Live from Connecticut News Leader, this is NBC 30 Connecticut News Live at 5.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks.
And I'm Victoria Mondesire. 3 ATV riders are spending Memorial Day in the hospital following a near-fatal accident in Waterford. It happened just after noon in the woods behind the Target store on Hartford Turnpike. It's a place police say. Well, Janet, 17 rods are what inspectors have been busy examining all day today, and the latest word from state inspectors is that 3 of them have safety violations. Now, to ensure the safety of all amusement park goers, these rides will not be in operation when the carnival opens later tonight. In national news, President Bush is offering $320 million of humanitarian aid to Afghanistan as thousands of refugees are about to face a brutal winter. With expected military strikes against the ruling Taliban a possibility within the coming weeks, the president says this is just a way of demonstrating that the United States is not an enemy of Afghanistan and its neighboring Arab states. In news from Latin America and the Caribbean, an Amazon tribe once thought to be extinct by historians and anthropologists is making a comeback in what remains of its ancestral territory. This Massachusetts Supreme Court decision is not yet quite a done deal. The legislature has been given 6 months to work out all of the details, and right now the legislature is currently working on a constitutional amendment which would define marriage as a union between one man and one woman. Jerry, it's sad to say here in Connecticut there are more than 45,000 victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. In their own words, they tell us that every single day they live in fear, whether they were attacked 20 years ago or yesterday, that their attacker will try to find them. Well, today a program was publicly launched with the purpose of making it harder to find them. Well, Janet, thanks to their quick actions, these 2 teenage girls were able to run away from a man that they say tried to abduct them. This 35-year-old suspect, according to church officials, used to work at this parish right behind me. Good morning, Lou. Security is about to get a lot tighter starting January 1st, 2003. Every commercial airport in the United States, including Newark, Kennedy, and right here at LaGuardia, will be required to check every single piece of baggage for explosives. The way firefighters are presently accounted for with these yellow tags that they hand in before they go inside of a building, but it doesn't alert the commander outside if there's a firefighter down or if there's an equipment problem. That's where the personal alert safety system comes into play.
Next at 6.
A daring attempt by firefighters to rescue this baby owl. While this one is safe, its mother is fighting for her life. I'm Victoria Mondesire with the story coming up. Well, Janet, an old scam is making a comeback in several Connecticut towns, and this time around they're calling it the water contamination scam. Connecticut State Police report 1 incident each in Middlefield and in Hebron. Now, in both cases, police say the primary targets are older homeowners. Police say the scammers pose as utility workers and through an elaborate scheme about possible water contamination, gain access into the home. Police say once inside, jewelry, money, and even safes have been stolen. Now, so far, no one's been injured. The key is not to let anyone into your home who does not have a scheduled appointment. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll have more on this water contamination scheme and how you can avoid being a victim. Live in Middlefield, Victoria Mondesire, NBC 30 Connecticut News. Janet?
NBC 30's Victoria Mondesire live in Meriden with that story. Victoria?
Well, Janet, we're at Summer Street and Cook Avenue, which is a very busy area. In fact, a shopkeeper was murdered inside the Tri-State Mini Mart, which is directly right behind me. Now, although Meriden police say that the number of major crimes is actually down by about 0.5% this year compared to last, the need for better police-community relations is still at an all-time high. Nadine Standish has only been manager of Corner Lunch on Cook Avenue for 4 months, but says she learned quickly how potentially dangerous this area can be.
I think it's awful. I mean, since I've worked here, there's been stuff happen outside of the Corner Lunch here, like shootings and stuff like that.
The Corner Lunch is directly across the street from Tri-State Market. Last September, an employee was shot and killed here during a robbery. And over at Express Shop on East Main Street, owner Harry Patel admits he's no stranger to crime or to break-ins.
Somebody tried to cut the lock. Somebody tried to break in actually a couple months ago here.
Businesses these days are very concerned with security, and we want to show them that our police department is fully capable of handling any emergency that may arise.
They being police. To help alleviate some of the fears Meriden business owners have about crime and what cops do, community members were given a glimpse into their day-to-day operations. The Meriden Police Department, including its own SWAT team, say they're prepared for anything, even possible terrorist attacks.
Meriden is aware that we sit strategically between Boston and New York and even Albany. In that corridor, we've got major highways that service this area. We've got the largest inventory of motel rooms in this state.
While crimes in the area have gone down this year compared to last, emergency 911 calls to police are up more than 10%. But for the most part, community leaders say they're satisfied with the response of Meriden police officers. Well, Janet, on one of the hottest days this week, wrapped up in a winter coat and sealed in a dumpster with no air circulation, a litter of kittens was found. Now, many in Milford are shocked at how someone who didn't want to care for them anymore decided to just simply dump them. Well, luckily, these little guys have 8 more lives left. Meet one half of the cafe kitties who are just over a week old. And at a little more than 6 inches in length, it's hard to believe that 4 of these little bitty critters were tossed into this dumpster like unwanted garbage.
It's disgusting. It's really bad. You know, it's just heartless. Heartless, right? And this heat, too.
Cafe Atlantique owner Laura Lobovitz made the shocking discovery on her birthday Tuesday while throwing trash in the dumpster. She noticed a small box inside the sealed container. When she opened it up, she found a heavy winter nylon coat.
Took the coat out, and underneath the coat were these 4 furry things, kind of, you know, and then I saw they were tiny newborn kittens with their cords still attached and their eyes still closed.
Laurel is taking care of these 2. A Wallingford resident who's studying to be a veterinary technician is nursing the others. Some people passing by told us they're upset someone would do this.
I was just disappointed that it happens at all. You can't always count on the kindness of people.
Laurel plans to bottle feed these cafe kitties for a couple of weeks until they're fit and healthy, hoping that at that time, someone with a loving heart will take them home. More than 17 years, Pat Liptak has been Milford's director of animal control. She says this was despicable.
Having them put in a box, wrapped in a coat, I mean, these people wanted the kittens to die. Then letting them suffer, you know, in a hot dumpster, you know, wrapped up in a coat in a box. It's cruelty to animals.
Whoever tried to get rid of these living creatures in such an inhumane way, watch out. Under the state's Animal Cruelty Act, you could face fines between $1,000 and $5,000 and face up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Now, police tell NBC 30 they are looking into the crime. All 4 of these kittens will be up for adoption in a couple of weeks, and so far, a lot of people have expressed interest in wanting them. Jerry?
Tonight, NBC 30's Victoria Mondesire has an exclusive look at how the State Police Regional Auto Theft Crime Unit zeroed in on the suspects.
According to the auto insurance industry, every 23 seconds a car is stolen. It's a big problem in Fairhaven. So big, state police stepped in.
A confidential informant, or a CI, who informed us about an ongoing operation in which kids were going out and stealing cars.
Police figured in order to get the criminals, you have to think like a criminal. So they went undercover, renting a garage at a location so secret we can't show you where. Then they put the word out on the street.
We set up an operation that specifically targeted that existing group, and we basically bought cars from them.
The police posed as phony car detailers, setting up shop to strip cars for parts. So far, 5 people have been arrested, just 2 of them this week. And police feel it's a matter of time before they get the last one. But the New Haven area isn't the only hot spot for stolen vehicles. Hartford and Bridgeport are also prime locations. According to state police, the latest figures for stolen cars here in Connecticut are 11,807, and that is just for 2002. This equates to $72 million in losses that insurance companies are paying out. This $72 million payout means the insurance premiums for you and me go up.
$200 to $300 of our premiums are being paid because of theft and fraud-related issues, which means your car doesn't have to be stolen, but you're still paying that money every year.
Police say the black market dictates what gets stolen off the streets.
The Toyotas, the Hondas, piecing that car out and selling those pieces on the market. The actual sum of the parts is more money than the car is worth itself.
In New Haven, Victoria Mondesire, NBC 30 Connecticut News. Watching News 12 the Bronx's local as local news gets. I'm Victoria Mondesire, and we'll be right back.